No, I'm tired.
Hi, everybody. We are live.
Hello,
Uh,
hello.
Let us know in the chat, you guys, where you are coming from, and actually where you located. I am going to do my daily diligence, and like I did, it seemed like we are live, and you guys can see us live and in action right here and right now. So, thank you. Let us know in the chat where you coming from. Thank you for joining us from Indiana and everybody that's coming in. Tonight we are going to talk about on how you can go with $0 and how you can make $10,000 a month. So this is part of our No More Getting It Out the Mud challenge. And Diamond, do you want something to add for the people?
I just want to say welcome in, everybody. And if this is your first time, just to touch on what that challenge is, no more getting it out the mud. Basically meaning that we're going to be in we're all about collaboration, collaborating with family, collaborating with our friends, and gathering together our resources to truly build something, to build wealth, to help boost us financially in our credit and in our finances, in our businesses, so that we can thrive and not just survive in this life. So our new motto is we are no longer getting it out the mud, meaning we're no longer going to struggle our way to the top, but we're going to use all of our resources together. So we invite and encourage you all to invite someone that you know, someone that's like a partner to you, someone that needs to get their finances up and get their stuff together, and invite them to this live, to invite them to anything that we have going on, because we're here to shift mindsets and to really thrive. And that is what we're trying to do here tonight.
And shout out to I saw Mr. Davis said, hello, California in the building. I love that energy. I see Louisiana, Mississippi, even Utah. So thank y'all. Welcome in. And with that, too, if you don't know, this is going to be for 90 days. And let us know and just drop in the chat, in the comment section, even if you catching this video later on. Where you are coming from. For those that's catching this later on, drop that. And also, y'all in the chat, let me know who you invited. If it's just, you don't have to drop a name, but just daughter, son, or parent, or whoever. And what we want y'all to do, and this is no pressure, this is just a reminder for you guys. We want it every time you watch this live, we want you to multiply. Okay, because we're doing not an MLM, multi-level marketing, a me. So this is you building your own economy and everybody coming in. Because like we touched on last week, you don't need money if you have relationships. Mm-hmm. You don't need money. You guys can get it together. And if you are connecting with people with your like mindset that are looking for opportunities, just like you are now, they're going to do the work for you and you're going to do the work for them. Because just by y'all communicating, you're going to be able to give information to one another. And so along with that is getting your credit right, our elite credit system with my AI software, and our credit coaching. A lot of my users in the program, let us know if you hear from that program. They're getting awesome results. I want to say a lot of people are really changing their lives. There's a lot of people that even if you starting on your credit, and life happens and life is life, in treat it just like weight loss. And I think I use that a lot because everybody have tried to lose weight. Even men might have had to improve their body. And sometimes when you fall off, you just got to get refocused and don't think about what the past was. You start from that moment and start working again. So we want to be that place to keep you going and keep you motivated. And Diamond, can you drop the link and tell them about the sign up also?
Yes. So I'm going to be dropping two links. The link that you're going to find if you're over here on YouTube viewing us, pinned to the top of the chat, is going to be a submission, a quick little form, a free form. And we just want to hear more about who you're going to be inviting. And we've had some people that were like, I'm trying to drag my sister, drag my cousin on with me. So if you want to drop their information, like just drop their email, we're going to give them a little nudge and invite them into the challenge. And as I'm also dropping in the comment section right now to give you a sneak peek into the Elite Credit System. So that's going to show you everything that the Elite Credit System has to offer. And then you could go ahead and become an Elite member. So that's what I'm going to be dropping right now. And also, I do see a couple of questions as we are going through the live. Go ahead, drop your questions, and what I'm doing is saving them for later, and we'll circle back to them.
And tonight, Diamond, can we drop the link? Because we're going to go into some good information. If y'all have questions, we're going to even invite some of you guys just to come up so we can interact with you. And we're going to get it rolling. Diamond, do you have any more house cleaning you want to do before we get started?
Nope, that's all.
Okay, I don't know how you want to do it. Do you want to start off with your ideas of first? Because we're going to start off. I'm going to give on some ideas. And tonight is how to make from $0. That means you're not coming out of your pocket with $0. And how are you going to turn that into $10,000 a month? So if y'all are excited for that, we want you to give us some hearts or put some cash money in the chat. Just if you're excited on how you're going to go from $0 and making $10,000 a month. If y'all are hyped for that, just put some money signs in the chat. So we're going to give you those ideas. I'm going to give you on the credit side how you can do that, leverage your credit to make money. And Diamond is going to give you some ideas on how to do that. So I don't know if you want me to start first, Diamond, or you, age before beauty, or which way you want to do it.
You start first. I actually need to check our Facebook. I don't believe they're connected in. So,
okay, well, you could just bring me up and you could do your work in the background, and I'll start on my 3 that I have for you guys. So one of the ways you guys can start off with $0 and using your credit to make money, one of the ideas that you can use is called like funding. And you could be a funding partner for businesses that I see a lot, those that are in construction or people who do rehabbing work, even if they're a handyman. So you have a lot of people who are, they do constructions and they can do repairs. They might even have short-term jobs that the job might only be 2 or 3 weeks, but now with materials being so high and they have to pay their staff for payrolling, you can be that bridge funder. And the way you can do that is you yourself having business credit lines. You can use your personal credit lines if you want to start off, but just using business credit lines, especially if you actually clean your credit up and get business lines of credit, you yourself with those business lines of credit, it does not show up on your personal credit score, and they won't see those lines because you'll put it under your LLC. And what you can do, say a guy have a project, because this is a really big hang up for people that are in the rehabbing industry or construction industry. They need to get materials and they need to pay people. And so it's like, if I can just get more jobs, if I had that access to that funding, I can get a lot more jobs. I just can't take any more work on because I don't have the money for the materials. So you yourself may even get a Home Depot account, and you can get other accounts, even with materials, Lowe's, different other merchants, or even just credit card accounts like with American Express. But you want to focus on a lot of revolving accounts. And some of these, like with Chase, American Express, have 12 months with 0% interest. So if they use that line, or you'll get materials for them so they can keep that job going, they'll pay you a monthly payment and you can collect even your fee on the top of that. So say if it comes out to be $300 a month on that bill, you might be charging them even $150 over that or $200 over that. And when they close that down deal, if you want, you can also get a fee once that deal is done. Because some of these jobs, say if a contractor got a job to do a rehab on a bathroom, bathrooms and kitchens can run for those rehabs on what they can charge for that can be like $20,000, $25,000, and that job might take no more than 4 weeks. So this could give you a way where you can close that deal for them or allow them to do multiple jobs, because they might have a couple of crews that they can't even do all that work at one time. So for instance, they might have an electrician that's going to come in and do the rough part and do the lighting. They can't have other workers at that time. So if they can take on multiple jobs, they can send that other worker. Let's say they're doing carpentry, they're starting to actually tear down the walls. You might have a clean out crew. They can pick up more jobs and close more deals, and you can be that bridge between there, and you can make a lot of money if you're doing this and have a book of business with guys. And so if you're bringing cash flow and you set up as an LLC by lending, and a lot of these guys are going to refer other people to you because they're working even with their subcontractors or other contractors where you can help them do their jobs, and you get that cash flow going. Places like American Express, they have what's called a business line of credit. So a business line of credit is not a credit card. It is a line of credit where you could pull cash out. So if they give you a line of credit for 75,000, you can actually pull off that cash, and maybe not the whole part, but you pull off, let's say 25,000, you can pull that out, and then you'll start making payments. And once you pay that off, if you pay that off, what happens? That money is waiting there, and you're not actually paying interest if you're not using that line of credit. So you can build those business lines of credit for yourself to have access. Now, when it comes to these guys paying you back, if you want to, you can make them post or give you to hold a valuable piece of equipment. So as that return, and you will set up contracts with them to get paid back. And so you can make a lot of money just by having good credit and getting these lines of credit and just getting materials for these guys so they can bring in more jobs, and you can just be collecting a check at home. So that's one way you can also do that. And you can the second way that you can do that, you can do that on a personal side too. So if you are a person and you're developing good credit and good credit lines, you, as I discussed last time we were discussing authorized user accounts. If you have friends and family that you want, usually as reporting on trade line accounts, when you go to those trade line websites and they have accounts with age of credit, or if you have a $10,000 account, by actually adding someone as an authorized user, a lot of those sites may charge, it depends on how the age of that and how big that account is. And we're talking about like 30,000. You can get paid for like $1,100 just by adding someone on. And it ain't forever. It might be only 3 months, 4 months, and that person rolls off. Now, if you're doing it with family and friends, which where I would suggest to start off, you do not give these people the card. What you're doing is letting them to piggyback off of you to have a better credit score. Now, this is worth golden because it depends on the age and the size of the credit line. They'll see a dramatic increase by being added on your lines of credit, because your positive payment history is backdated and inherited from them. Payment history is the biggest factor in your credit score. And then the second biggest factor is utilization. So you would keep that utilization on that card reasonably low. And if you even have a $7,000 card, $5,000 card, that can help them. So by them being added on, if they need a car loan or an apartment, this can save them tons of money. Even a personal loan, this can help them increase their credit score to get a personal loan, and you can keep them on for 3 months for that, and that will give them that opportunity to go out and apply for that loan. And once they apply for that loan, they got the money, you can leave them on, and then you can switch people off. If you want, you could broker a deal with them if they're your family or loved ones, where it's if you want $200 to start off, and you can have it to renew, every 2 to 3 months. But that would help them not only get the funding that they might personally need, and it can help reduce their interest rates and even get them in a neighborhood they wanted to live in, and sometimes to get employment, because that can help somebody to get a job. I know in the military, it's very important for you to have good credit for certain security clearances. So that can be a way that you guys can help them, and you can build up that book of business. Companies like Barclays, you can add people on very easily, and you can add on a number of people on those accounts. Also, Discover, you can add on authorized users up to 5, and you can do this on the app. Like, you don't even have to call in. You can do it on the app. Navy Federal, you can do it on the app. You can add these people on, and remember, it comes to you. They never get that card. They never get the card. You're holding that card, you activate it, and you can build up a residual amount of money. I will broker a deal if I was you guys, to give them maybe a discounted rate to keep that person on for a year. And then that can help them achieve their goals to build their credit. And you can get a number of people to do that to make money. And you can also expand on that. You can also expand on that principle of that. So Diamond, are you ready to come up? And now I'm going to let Diamond do her ideas.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for that. So the idea that I have, and which is what
I'm sorry, Diamond, and Star Esther Paris got approved for a $25,000 flagship Navy Fed credit card. Esther, thank you so much for that testimonial. Y'all go and check out that video. And Esther Paris were able to go ahead and get her that larger line of credit. So congratulations to Esther. I'm sorry, Diamond. I just wanted to catch that before it rolls up, to let y'all know our videos, the information work. Thank you, Esther.
Yes, thank you, Esther. And we will be coming back to, I do see y'all question. So this is a system that from a book that that was called Show Your Work and Steal Like an Artist. And basically, how many of you right now have a job? And let me know in the comment section below if you guys have a job. And then how many of you guys have went to school, you went to college, or you did a trade, you learned some type of skill? I am going to bet that every single person here has at least one particular skill that they can monetize. And with anything that you are doing at your job right now, the reason why they are paying you is because they see that you have a valuable skill. So let me know right now, what is it that you guys do for work? As I continue to explain. So whatever you are doing at your job, they are, if you're making $50,000 a year, you're making $70,000 a year, they're telling you this skill is valuable in the market. And any skill that you have is something that you could be working for yourself, whether it's a therapist, like I see here. These are things that you could be at least. Now, I don't know when it comes to certain certifications, but let's just say, for an example, I'm going to give an example. If someone is a janitor, right? So you're a cleaner, something of that nature. Every skill is something that can be done as an independent person. So the first, what I want to do is to do a 5-step income program, right? I'm trying to make this make sense, y'all. A 5-step income program. And with every 5 steps every 5 step, I want your goal to be making $2,000 in each step. And altogether, the goal is to be making $10,000 a month. So step number 1 is identifying a particular skill that you may have that you are able to do independently, where you can look for small businesses. You could go on places like Fiverr. You could go Fiverr.com. You guys can go on places like Upwork. For an example, bookkeeping is a really good skill. And I'm actually interviewing someone that is a bookkeeper, and he talks about how you don't need a degree to be a bookkeeper and how he built basically a whole agency from that. So let's say, for example, your skill is bookkeeping. And so you start looking for small businesses. A good one is going to be targeting content creators, people that are just coming into a field that don't know how to manage their money correctly, and you offer that service to them. Your goal is to make $2,000 a month within that one skill, right? So from there, as you are doing your bookkeeping services, as you are doing your cleaning services, if you're doing long cut, whatever, you're picking a service that you're doing, I want you to pick up your camera and record yourself doing this. So whether it's recording yourself getting ready to jump into your day, how do you get ready? People love the topic of a day in my life as. So that could be a day in my life as a teacher, a day in the life as a bookkeeper, the day in the life as somebody that is does their own cleaning services. And I want you to start using that to create content and simply posting that on your social media page. And whether you're good at it or not, it's just simply getting it out there to see what people like and what people don't like. But everything that you're doing throughout your day is something that somebody would be interested in seeing. They would be interested in seeing you get dressed and get prepared and how you dress for that. And also, you want to start taking note of the similar questions that people tend to ask you. So I see Miss Lady T says she's a nail tech and a paralegal. So if you could do your own nail services, right? Where you go to places where especially places like where I'm at. I'm over here in Austin, Texas. It's hard to find people that do good nails. And so you start marketing your services, but also while you're doing nails, you just set your camera up and record yourself doing those nails, right? And that can be used as content. So right there, content in itself is something that you could be getting paid for. So then I want you to move on to step 3. And in step 3, I want you to find anything that you use to make your life easier. So if you're a nail tech person and you found something on Amazon, like a kit on Amazon, I want you to go and create yourself an Amazon shop and start getting paid through affiliate marketing on that. And I mean, pick anything. One day I went throughout my house, and Amazon now has something called shoppable videos. And you can find anything that you found on Amazon, take a video of it, and you can get paid just by posting a review on that. So I'm still testing that out. It's not a lot of money in that way of doing it now, but it's new. But the better way is just to, as you're creating your content, while you're doing your services, you show people that if you are even a bookkeeper, that you use a particular planner to keep your schedules. And I want you to take anything you use, whether it's a planner, it's a light, it's a pen, and to start telling people that you use this product and here's where you can find that product and give them the link. So we're already 3 incomes in. And again, the goal is that you make $2,000 in each income. So by this point, while we're growing this, you have $6,000 generating. Then from there, if you have been able to make more than, I'm going to say $500 by yourself, So whether that's in your nail tech business, whether that's in your bookkeeping business, if you have been able to run your own schedule and just get one client, if you're, let's say you're a social media manager and you book one client for $500 in a month, there's somebody that is going to want to know, how can I do that same thing? And a lot of people will stop themselves by saying, well, I don't have a successful business in this. I'm like, well, have you booked clients? And they're like, well, yeah. Then you have gotten many steps further than where somebody else have been. If you were able to set up an LLC, you've gotten many steps further than somebody else was able to get. So not only do I want you to be making money from your service, but I want you to start making money from telling people how you started your service-based business. So we have the service, we have the content, we have the affiliate products that we're just simply telling people and recommending people about the things that make their life easier. For example, I have a lot of people on my YouTube channel that ask me about my microphone that I use. And I was just telling them for free, like, hey, this is what I use, or whatever. And then I realized I need to create an Amazon link and then give them the link to that. But I didn't know it was something that people would care about, but they do. They care about anything in your day-to-day process, that what you do to make your life easier. And I want you to now, we talk to people about, my mom talks about credit on YouTube. I talk about making money, but then people ask us, how did you start your YouTube channel? So that's another thing that you could do. I want you to create some form of digital product or digital service around how you got from step 1 all the way to step 4. And that in itself can be another form of income. So that could be by creating a membership program, and where you gain a community of people that want to be nail tech artists. Did you go to cosmetology school, or what was your process? How did you get here? If you have a cleaning business, how did you start your cleaning business? What were the products that you use? What was the first step? How do you find people to help you? And then in your 5th and last step is going to be in your investment step. So either that is going to be by you investing in real estate, you invest into the stock market, you put your money into a high yield savings account, or you invest back into your business by starting to hire people that can get you more clients and basically reproduce. And this is what I would call the 5-step plan of simply showing your work from that one skill, and how that one skill can open a door into many different forms of income from you. But these are just the 5 basic incomes. And if you can generate $2,000 in each step, then you would be able to make a steady $10K a month. And just going back to the telling people how you got into the service-based business that you got in the first place, because at the end of the day, when you have a skill, you don't need money in order to make money from that skill. You just simply do the thing, right?
Yep.
And you want to move eventually away from doing the thing, because that takes your time. But in the beginning, if you don't have the money, then you give your time. This is why we work jobs. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the money to do something else. So I give you my time in order to get the money. Well, this is where we start off in business as well. We may have to be putting in our time in order to get money. But through this and recording our process, I don't care how terrible you think you are at recording something, even if you take a before and after a video. And I see someone said, I used to do hair. What you could have done was set up your camera and show people just you doing that person's hair, doing a before and after picture. And you would be so surprised how many people are simply interested in seeing your process and seeing what you do. And never take for granted the things that comes easy to you, because that is something that people want. They pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to figure out how to do. This is what college is about. You know what I mean? Just figuring out, how can I do what other people do in order to make money? And that is something that you can make money from. And I just wanted to go back really quickly. I keep bringing up the topic of memberships, but the reason why I'm saying this is because it's such a need for community, and there's such a need for there to be a place where people can gather, that you don't have to be an influencer or anything like that to start building a community. There's a place that I talk about a lot here, and it's called Skool. It's SKOOL.com. And I just wanted to read to y'all some of the membership programs that are here. So for an example, there's a Brotherhood of Scent membership, and it has 5,000 members, and it's just about a bunch of men talking about their colognes. And now they have a free membership program, but they can easily monetize that even if they started charging $2 a month or something like that just to join this, where a bunch of men just come together, talk about scents. There's another one with a girl. She has 45,000 members, and it's the Day by Day Club of becoming your best self. And so she just talks about how she works out every day, how she journals and eats healthy. And there's a bunch of people that come together and just do that. And there's one that's about Picketball, the Picketball School, and he has 703 three members, but he's charging $40 a month for each member just to talk about Picketball. So any skill that you have can be used and can be monetized multiple times over, which is what we have done here. We had a skill. We started to make videos around that skill that we had. We started to promote different products and promote, getting sponsorships and deals and stuff like that aligned with the skills that we have. Mm-hmm. And then we start teaching people, how do I do X, Y, and Z? How did we start creating YouTube accounts? How did I start doing email marketing? How did I start creating passive income products and things of that nature, and books? And then number 5, we reinvest into something that is going to, where it doesn't take your time to produce. So even on a small level, I invest into stocks. I invest into digital currencies and Bitcoin and all that other stuff like that. Those things are a little bit more wonky, or volatile is the right term, but you put your money into assets that are going to be reoccurring, and that could be back into your business if it's going to help you make more money into that. So please let me know if that made sense to y'all of what I was saying. But that is what I would call my 5-step program to creating $10,000 per month.
And can I add in one of your steps, and that I don't want people to negate, because that was a beautiful layout that Diamond had. And one of those steps that you can add along that way while you're documenting, just like she's saying, creating content, just in the early stages too, once people start seeing your information is valuable, a lot of people want to consult with you. That is a whole nother stream of income. Mm-hmm. So you can book slots of time, because trust and believe, if people think that your information is valuable, they might need your help with various things, and you already have the expertise on how they can launch out and put steps in place for their situation that might not totally be yours, but align with it. So for instance, Diamond do consults on businesses and how to launch out digital products, and she would mastermind with that. So with her, is she let's say a tennis coach? No, but she just gave y'all advice how you can monetize that and the steps in the best way, so you can consult too. And then as you sharpen your skill, just like with me, as I work with people, they consult just about ways you can then, because I don't like to end on 6, and I'll tag it with her investing 7, because somewhere in there, if you're consulting and you done deal with a number of people and you know what worked, because then you'll be like, hey, now I can identify some steps that's working. I'll add with Diamond number 7 is then make a product. Mm-hmm. to have a whole product that would fit in. So with us, it's the Elite Credit System. A lot of that came from me knowing, and then working with a web designer to know what people would need, so I can plug in and make the system easy, because I would sit there and through the consulting go through people's credit score, and Diamond can attest to this. This would take me an hour. Mm-hmm. And then after learning that, doing the content, getting towards the end, then came up with a product that now cut the time in half. And some of the members that join, just having access to sit down with me, the price dropped significantly, because now with the product, I don't need the time. Like, it was at one time working with people, my consult was like $299 because it kind of took that much time to go through it. And now, it's down to like $50. You know what I'm saying? $50, because with me sitting down with that people, and remember, Diamond, we were booking so much, I had to start pushing the price up to limit. I was doing consults, like my husband would tell you, 9 hours a day. It was crazy on how many people that were coming in. But what it was with those people, by doing that, they can get access to credit card lines for $12,000.
Mhm.
That, to a lot of people that saw that, was valuable. Even if you get access to a $500, because it was a session, I'll be like, you know what? I see your profile line up. Go here, go here, go here. You can get, I did that the other day with somebody. Here, you're going to get the card here. And you know what? It was up to them, and they're sitting on, if they want to take that card, you're agreeing like here. So it can lead you to money. So the $299 was well worth it.
Yeah.
But now, because we got the product from the experience on what I need to cut this time in half, now I can see more people, and it's less time to get to the bottom. So that's the thing too. Just through that experience, see if you can develop a product in the end. Because sometimes dealing with people, you'll see, you know what? This is what they really need. And like she was saying, as the bookkeeper, for a referral for bookkeeping, QuickBooks, Intuitive.
Yep.
I pay for it. So you can start doing that. Bookkeeping, ADP, have a sponsorship. So you might be telling a small business person, hey, you might not can afford your time because they're just starting off. Use ADP. You know what I'm saying? And use QuickBooks Intuitive, and by sending them that link, you get a commission. So that's some things that I wanted to add to that.
Almost every single company that you have purchased something from, Walmart, I mean, every single company has a referral program, and they have an affiliate program. And so it just takes you looking it up and sometimes applying for it. Sometimes you don't have to apply for it. And being able to refer people to it and just saying, hey, this is what I do. So like my mom said, as a bookkeeper, even if you're not making content on that, just when you deal with your clients, you could say, hey, sign up for this, and if you use my link, I'll get a commission, but sign up using my link, and this is an extra way that you make money on top of that. And when it comes to trademarks necessary, well, it would have to, when it comes to copyrights, it would have to be whatever it is that you're creating. If you're talking about, you're trying to create a book or you're trying to create a digital product, you can copyright or trademark your own things, so long as you're not using other people's content, you're not using other people's produced products, then you shouldn't really have much of an issue there. But that's more of a specific thing. And I wanted to let everybody know too, as well, if you struggle figuring out, because I think many of us do, it's very easy for us to see what's good in other people and very difficult for us to see what's good in us. If you struggle with figuring out what skills you can use to actually monetize yourself, I do provide coaching, where I call it Spark Sessions, where we sit down and I could figure that out with you. We figure that out together, and I could pull out whatever that skill is, and then we create a plan on how you can monetize that. So I'm going to just leave that there. I just want to let everybody know that that is available, that I do help people do that. And I do have a journal for anyone that's interested in From Ink to Income that helps you uncover that as well. So those were.
And I saw Lawrence said that he installed security system. Lawrence is in our elite credit system. So let's just use him for an example. Sometimes just put in content. You ain't even got to show yourself. Showing the best system. I love that. And the camera and technology, if you guys are into technology, those referral links pay some of the highest on the equipment. You can get just somebody clicking on that link, buying even upwards, depending on how much. It might be $150 if that person buy, depending on what that equipment is. And if you are installing it and showing people step by step and say, hey, I use this. I mean, I need that. Some of this light y'all see, it was just other YouTubers saying how they did their background setup.
Mhm.
I didn't want to sit up there and look for, I need that, what you got. A lot of people are not, I don't want, y'all don't even understand how much of a favor, because most of us is watching this on our cell phone. Girl, I don't need to, you tell me it's a fine tooth comb. If the lady that does hair and she's showing me, she said, I did hair, and you're showing me how you do that, I need that. Can you give me the exact comb that you use or the exact, styling gel? Don't nobody want to go and look for that on Amazon. Well, you want one with biotin. No, just give me the one you got so I can do the exact same thing in the tutorial to get the exact results.
Mhm.
We love to click on your link in the description because guess what? It saves me time.
Yep.
And I want exactly what you did. So these are things just by showing, like Diamond said, you can go from $0 to making a ton of money monthly. And the great thing about content, it is working while you sleep.
Mhm.
Period. Point blank, period. I even my nails ain't done right now, but I had was in a bind, went to somebody thing because I had a flight to go out. I ain't have time to get my nails done, and I was seeing their gel nails. Oh, I like hers. She's showing how she installed it, like press-ons.
Mhm.
I want the exact ones that she's putting on. I ain't got time to figure it out. I want to do the stuff she's telling me. And guess what? Her Amazon link dropped it at my door the next day before I had to get that flight, and I could watch her videos and do that. So you guys don't understand how much opportunity it is. And I want to give you my last one on leveraging your credit. There's something you can do for people who might have a business already, but a lot of people that's been in business, they might have maxed out their credit lines. If you got good credit and you can go on as their partner and it's credit partners, and they drop themselves down to 10%, and you got that good credit, you can help get credit card lines as being that business owner and leveraging your good business to help them get business credit lines. So that's another thing. If you have a spouse, he has a talent, or you of doing repairs on homes, and you he just don't have the money to start up. You're a husband and wife. Wife, if you clean your credit up, you could be the one that actually have the majority ownership on that and drop them down below 5%, so they're not giving away their company. They still have input, but on a lot of applications, they say if you own, a lot of times you don't have to disclose that if you own the majority ownership of that, 20 to 25%. So you'll meet that, and that can be ways where you can leverage your credit to get business credit for other people. Now you want to set up contracts, and you can charge them on the approval amount, maybe 3% or 10%. So if you a $10,000 credit card, if that get approved for that business, 3% may be $3,000 for you. And if you have another LLC, you can charge them for that service. You set up a contract, but that's another way that you can do that, and then roll that out once that person adjusts and be able to, because a lot of them might have good credit. They're paying that on time. It's just that their utilization is out of control. And so if you look for certain credit cards, like with PNC Bank, Bank of America, they got balance transfer cards that you might can do. They can transfer that balance, especially for business activities, over into that new card. So that can free that owner up, and now they can start to get their score back up, and now they can go for their own business credit cards because they're no longer in in the lower credit scores below that 680, so they can qualify in that utilization. So I will land there. You guys, we're gonna take questions, but can you do us a favor and give us a thumbs up if you like this information, if you found it was valuable? And we're gonna get to your questions now. Diamond, you wanna
Yes.
some questions, and can you drop the link for them, please, just in case if anybody want to come up. We'll give you guys the opportunity if you have questions. I know a lot of people are shy, so that's fine. We can also ask the questions right here in the comment section if you need to.
Yeah, so as promised, I'm going to circle back to some of the comments that was asked earlier. So we had one from I Am Neo, and he said, "Is there a way out of garnishment?"
You would, if you're being garnished, that's probably a lawsuit that was taken action against you to collect. You would need to talk to an attorney in your state because every state is different. Court rules are different. So you would try to talk to an attorney to overturn like money garnishment or wage garnishments, and they can do a filing in court and they can tell you what's standing. So you would need to talk to an attorney.
We had another question regarding apartment collections. Would you recommend doing a payoff deal with them?
I'll dispute it. I'll dispute that. Or also with that company directly, I will send them a debt validation letter to produce. And I'm talking about the company that's reporting it because a lot of them sell that debt. So, and what they'll send you back is a contract for an apartment, you know, but if they took your security deposit and other things like that, landlord tenant laws, just like I was telling the gentleman that you need to talk to an attorney in your state, because the different laws for different states are vastly different. You need to look into your landlord tenant laws and find out, because these companies are, you know, lease management companies have something in that contract that they're saying you owe. It don't mean it's legal with the state law. So you can also use a service. I'll drop it in like Legal Shield, and you can send that over to an attorney. Also, for the other gentleman, you can send that over to a Legal Shield attorney if you sign up and ask them about that that issue of the wage garnishment. So that might be a cheaper way than hiring an attorney, or call a couple of up, and many of them might give you the information. So that's how you would do that with that collection.
Someone had a question. Do companies report to the credit bureaus, or do the bureaus report themselves?
Companies report directly to the credit bureaus many of times. The credit bureaus don't report their stuff. They just sell data. That's why they want to gather as much it is. And I don't. This is why I say don't give like Experian Boost and all this other stuff, because you're helping them kind of work against you, to be honest with it at the end of the day. So no, they generally get all that information from that company reporting against you, collection companies and stuff like that. That's how they're gathering that. And now data is the new gold.
Mm-hmm. Someone had a question on what are your thoughts on the CFPB closing?
I'm actually going to do a video on that. Actually, I'm working on it now. I'll put that on Wednesday. I got a whole deep dive on that. And right now, it's not officially closed. It's actually right now with like, even with the IRS on pause. So it's not saying that it's closed. That would have to actually take a whole thing through Congress. It's not technically closed. They're paused. They do want to dismantle it. And that can go one or two ways. And that's what I broke down in this video. To believe it or not, you're going to hear my take. It could be good. It could be good. And I know it's going to sound surprising to you. It could be good, especially with y'all with that little trouble credit. Child, that's how the CFPB, a lot of that was shutting down your little TUMO cards, that y'all was getting approved and you could size set the lenders, a lot of that credit reporting. That's why a lot of those opportunities, credit AI, when y'all was getting them credit cards and you already know you got your credit is down to the flow. You know what I'm saying? But they would look at your cash flow. That was from them fintech companies. And so with the CFPB putting some guidelines in, it starts shutting a lot of those opportunities for y'all down, like the Sabre card. So it's two sides to every story, and this is what that video is going to be about. I'm going to break it down for you, and whatever way it goes, you'll have the information to know if it moves this way, what you need to do, or if it moves that way, because it's up in the air. It's not officially gone. It's on pause. So that's what that video is going to be about. Look for that this week.
Someone was asking, I want to answer this really quickly about, I guess what she was saying about the copyrights and selling merch, like the Trump merch. And I just wanted to say that I know a lot of people will sell off that idea as a quick way to make money, but whenever you are using someone's likeness or you're using someone's words, you're using their quotes and stuff like that, you could be setting yourself up to be sued. There will be a lot of people that might not go after certain people because they see it as promotion. So someone making merch and wearing it about them, they might see that as self-promotion. But it's always dangerous to be using someone's likeness because you could be setting yourself up to be sued majorly. So you want to be careful with that. I think when it comes to print on demand, it's better to create quotables or like rememberable, relatable, humorous things within an industry. So like things for nurses, for example, I see a lot of stuff on print on demand with nurses with like, you know, we're so stressed, we drink alcohol. So everything's kind of like about taking a shot versus, you know, like a medical shot or whatever like that. So you want to make things that are funny and cute that could kind of stay away from copywriting.
Going back, y'all, for that, pull that question back up.
Mm-hmm.
We just gave you, if you were paying attention, a way to size set that.
Mm-hmm.
Get an affiliate link with somebody else who already did that.
Yeah.
And just wear the shirt.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta understand, all this creating yourself is not the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's the affiliate links. And then you're not investing. You don't have any, you don't have to have a Shopify, a print on demand. Nobody ain't, or even on TikTok Shop. A lot of times, if those orders don't get there on time, they can shut you down. Amazon, what, FBA, drop shipping. You got a lot of heartache with that. Just promote somebody else stuff.
Products, yeah.
And you can't be sued or nothing. That you just, that's a link. That's them. Mm-hmm. Then that's on them. So, and it's free 99.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if people understand that. Just find a shirt on Amazon. We did the Wayward. I don't know if we the Wayward. What is it? Wayward. I'm sorry, Wayward. Just promote the Amazon link. And so that's another thing y'all need to do. You can promote the links just by doing reviews of products that you already use.
Yeah.
It ain't got to be hard. And you could say 3 months later, I depend on buying stuff like that. I ain't going to go and buy nothing without looking it up on YouTube. What is the best cameras? Like I was saying with Lawrence, security cameras. And he might say, this is the best one. If you have a really big building for security, you know, over this many square feet, you must go with this brand. If you have a small building and it's a storefront, you can go with this cheaper option. And you know what I'm saying? People will do just, that's me. I am going to go with a review. Even if you guys, let me tell y'all how I bought my Easy Set pool when we got one. I looked at other people reviews that bought it. Mm-hmm. If you bought an Easy Set pool, like in the summertime for your kids, just go ahead and see if you can get a referral link. A lot of companies want you to do referral links, and it could be free because they're just trying to, that's free promotion for them that they don't have to pay for advertisement. So understand cable costs, understand, you know, you just being on NBC, and they have to pay for that time. Radio, they got to pay. for that advertisement. They will pay you if you can convert a sale, because it costs them nothing for you to promote, and it could be your actual come up and you don't have none of the risk. So just think about that.
There was another question. Well, there was a question about the elite credit system I wanted to address really quickly. If I join the elite credit system and pay the monthly fee, what is it that I receive for the membership? And is it a membership that I stay on for a long time?
Well, with the elite credit system, what it's going to do, it actually process imports in your credit reports from Smart Credit. So you will have to sign up with that Smart Credit, but to sign up for the elite credit system is free, but you just have to connect and import your credit reports via the Smart Credit. And what it would do in about 2 minutes, process and import in all those errors on your credit reports. And so in order for you to have a removal and really have standing under the CFP, oh, actually not CFPB, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you want to find inconsistencies, because they must report everything 100% accurate and 100% complete. So what the software does is find all the inaccuracies and things that's wrong, and it creates a dispute reason for you. Now, on our sessions on Saturday, I have coaching sessions, and I talk to each one of you individually. I'm able to see what's going on. This can help you clean up your credit report. I can give you information if you need what's the best card for you. A lot of people think that disputing is their biggest problem, because they will have negatives, but a lot of y'all utilization is out of control and you don't know. That be holding your credit score down. I had a person that joined, and this person credit score is like 580. I looked at it, they ain't have nothing negative at all. Their problem was their credit card utilization. And it could be little wonky things that you don't recognize that's keeping your score down. That person paid that off. They was at a 820 credit score. That, because utilization can tank you. So here's the thing. If you want to cancel, you can cancel at any time. But the value, and I say it all the time, and I stole this from Manny, I always say, don't be the person to step over dollars to pick up pennies. If credit is not valuable to you of $39.99, even a month, because if you can remove one item, if you got a collection and that collection is $200, and 1 month of $39.99, and you remove that collection, $200 minus $40. Are you up or are you at a loss? And so I try to enforce this, because if that's not a no-brainer for you, we don't want you to sign up. I'll be honest. You probably won't work well with me. So I'm not a marketer and going to lie to you. If that's not simple math, or if I can get at a $12,000 credit card, if I clean my stuff up, then baby, don't join. I'm going to tell you, don't join. Don't come over here, because you ain't going to like nothing I got to say. I'll be honest with you, because here's the thing. I tell everybody, guess what? If your credit score stay bad, I ain't going to lose no sleep about it. None. Because long as me and mine is staying up and going to be up, I'm good to go. If you're not bothered with your kids living in a certain neighborhood, going to a certain school, having bullets cross around their head, it ain't going to bother me none. So I will never fret more over your credit score than what you would. If you are, like I told somebody, see, I can't change what you're willing to tolerate. If you're willing to tolerate the banks telling you no, if you like it, I love it. Trust and believe. So those are the mindsets I need to work with, because if you don't see value in your credit score being good, that's why your credit score bad. No, 100. Because guess what? I will Uber Eats. I would work 2 or 3 side hustles with a job to make this credit card payment if necessary. As Malcolm X said, by any means necessary, because I know the value in my credit score. But if you don't, miss me. And I promise you, because y'all that hit me up on email, if you get, and I'm going to be honest, Sister Cherry going to keep it real with you. If I tell you, you can go see the free videos, that means I don't want to be bothered. I ain't going to lie to you. I don't want to be bothered, because if you're giving me certain little questions that you don't in your way, I don't know. And baby, you're not going to waste my time, because I do videos for free. If you ever think you want to sit down with me and worry me half to death behind your credit, ain't going to never happen. Ain't going to never happen. Because guess what? You're the type of mindset. I promise you, please don't come over here. That's why I'm being transparent. I want you to know, if you're that type of person, don't bother with me, because you ain't going to like me for real. I'm dead serious. People in my group, Lauren said 100. They gonna know I'm not a back rubber. My husband gonna tell you I ain't gonna rub that back. I will pat it if it needs to be, but we ain't gonna rub it forever. I'm going to give you, I would rather tell you the hard truth than a soft lie any day. So I don't want you to waste your time, and I sure ain't interested in wasting mine. So I say all that to say, if it ain't valuable to you, ain't valuable to me, keep it pushing. And I land there. I land there. Because I know with me, when my credit was jacked up, y'all, let's just talk real. It hurt. Yo, come on, Diamond. You know it hurt. It hurt when you had one little payment went back in the day. That joint, it hurts. Because when the bank tell you no and you need something, and then you really got to get it out the mud because you ain't got no help, and you need a car, or it's something that you need. I want to get in this place and I can't. It's very depressing. I want to just keep it 100. It is very depressing. I ain't gonna front, because let's just talk about the psychology. And Diamond, you do on that of rejection. It really hurt. And this is why credit worthiness, where I say I'll do a personal, even lawsuit, credit worthiness, is saying, are you worthy? Is your personality worthy of credit? That's like a low blow. It just make you feel bad about yourself when you applying for something. You go and get a cell phone. Verizon is not playing with people in these streets. You can't pull up to Verizon with bad credit. And y'all been there. Some of these places, y'all can't get electric. They gonna want you to put a deposit down if you got bad credit for your utilities, electricity. Yeah. You got to put more down of a security deposit because of your credit score. Your car, you can't get the car you want or your family need, because you might need a bigger car, or I need this, because you can't qualify. If you can sit with that and it's cool with you, don't come over here. And I'll land that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. The reason why we get results with people in my thing, they might go through challenges, but my folk, shout out to you. That's why we call them the credit elite. Okay, baby? Because they got some elite mindsets. And I will, Diamond already know, I won't say it, but we will usher you out of the church real quick. I'll put on my white little usher suit and what they wear. Come on, baby. Come on out the back door. We're not doing it, because the whole thing is, it's other people better life. Somebody like Lawrence, who we were talking to, Lawrence been there since I started. His credit been cleaned up. 3 months. He's there for the information. Guess what? Now he got business credit. He got his van for his business. He's working on other things. if you're looking to level up in life, that's where you want to be, because we have levels to this. Not everybody want that. We have people that been here that was saying, I bought a home 5 years ago. A gentleman put their testimonial in. We have a gentleman, Rock. He's going to give me a testimonial. He actually got a bag. Rock got a bag. He had some student loan thing that wasn't his, and it was some crazy stuff what the government was. Work with him, and he was trying to get that done. He was battling. He ended up now did the work. The attorney sued for him. He done from the bureaus he slid with his bag, and he was up. And Lawrence to say he was in the group. He up to 800 credit score. So if that's not valuable to you, miss me. And I ain't gonna lie, miss me. I am from Newark, New Jersey. I will let you know. I try to calm it down, but baby, miss me. Miss me, because it's about you. And I tell people in the group, help me help you, because at the end of the day, you don't mean, you're not, it's really not. If I just got to keep it real. I have to keep it real. We got to get to the root of the cause. If you got to work on your credit for a year, the average time, and we looked it up, that a person to fix their credit score, if that item can come off, is about 2 years. And if you're paying other companies, most of them just to sign up, it's a fee. And at bare minimum, I seen like $89 a month and up to $150 a month. Is that worth it? Kind of, yeah. If you got some issues, and let's just keep it real. Let's just be all the way real. If you owe it, what? You actually owe them people? What? It ain't like somebody even lying on you. You really owe them folk, and I'm trying to figure it out. What you trying to figure out? Yeah. What you trying to figure out? If y'all don't owe it, anybody that got something on your credit and you don't owe, please be the first one to see me. I got you. If you don't owe it, it's easy breezy. You might have a bag waiting for you. Okay. If you don't owe it, pull up. We get this done super quick. But for y'all that owe it, my God. Here's the thing, because I gotta keep it real. This is what this session is for. That's why I said it's for a paradigm shift. I'll use it when Lou. And he wouldn't mind. I shot him out. Lou joined the group real quick. It was his Equifax came clear. And I think I said this before. Lou was able, like that joint was up to 700. A couple of people get that Equifax clear. Now he moved to an institution that I said, oh, we need to run. He's still working on the other two. Now he's not. He's past that. Still work, and he's still in the group. He's still working on the other two at the time. I think in 3 months, that joint came clear. He went and got a $10,000 credit card. So it's 39. So 3 months. Let's say he spent a whole $120, right? Let's just throw that. Say $150. Okay. Me getting that now, 10,000. Is that worth it? That's why I can't do other mindsets. I'll be honest. If that ain't math for you, or if that's like easy money, and this is why I said, if you don't understand value, please miss me, because we're going to bump heads. I need people that understand how the importance of credit, because I want to work with people, because when y'all can give me this testimonial, that just actually helps me out. That's what I want you to succeed, because that's what bringing the business. If you're going to not succeed, we don't want you over here. I really don't. I beg you not to come over here. Get your mind together. Go pray about it to whoever you pray to, and just ask them, does this make sense? Get with God. Let God coach you through that. Get the Holy Ghost to ask the counselor, counselor, does this make sense for me in my life? And see what he say back to you. All right. I'm just telling you, in that case, because I want people to go and get homes. I want people to get businesses. Because if you don't know, y'all part of my people that help me. Matter of fact, Rock got to give me the attorney he used up in New York City. I got to get his attorney. This is how we do this. Some of these people move and get a mortgage. Oh, in this state, this is a mortgage rep. It's an elite credit circle. So we give to one another. I want go-getters too. So don't nobody want to be, I used to play basketball, okay? I'm a tall woman, if y'all ain't know, 5'10", average 5'11". Yeah, I was a center. And guess what? If you ain't ready to suit up, don't nobody ain't want everybody on the team. Okay, I'm telling you, you better practice. You're going to have to, first, you got to audition to get on that team. And everybody ain't making a cut. And then if you making a cut, don't mean you a starter. And if you are able, they got varsity and they got JV, okay? And they got freshmen too. So it came in levels. But if you're not ready to suit up, we don't even need you on the bench, okay? We don't even need you on the bench. And that's my attitude. I'm very competitive. I don't want you over here because I only work with winners. And that's all. If you ain't got a winner mindset, if not, I can coach Carter you. That's why I said credit coaching. But it ain't credit hugging. It ain't credit hugging. It ain't credit counseling and rubbing your back. Now I'm going to tell you and break it down. Baby, this is what you need to do. Here's your issue. Okay? So some people, in order to lose weight, sometimes I need somebody to get real with me. Like, hey, I'm pulling up every week. The dude I was working with, I was sitting there to Danny and his face every week. And come on, Danny, talk to me, girl. Get on this scale every week because I don't need to get this off of whatchamacallit. I'm 3 pounds from 100 pounds down. Y'all go look at the old videos. I need somebody. Keep it real with me. Girl, you too big. Do not body shame. Let me know. You know, I'm not that person. What it is what it is. Health issues is health issues. If I was an healthy weight and I still got more to go, baby, look, don't let me have diabetes and leave here early for all of that. My brother left here at 48. Okay, so somebody got to keep it real. As Jay-Z said, if nothing else, you got to keep it real with yourself. If nothing else, Jigga Kelly, not guilty. If nothing else, you got to keep it real with yourself. So keep it real with you. And just know who you are. Not everybody want to win. I ain't going to lie. Not everybody want to win. I'm not saying that you are a loser or nothing like that. Everybody is a winner. But some people just find it too hard to try. I'll be honest. And they'll say, not that they are a loser. They just choose a role of a loser. They just choose not to try in their situation. And that's how it is. Diamond, come back up if you can. What was that young man that said to you in school? What he said? He was like, nah, I just find it easy not to try. Oh, it was a situation. And I was like, dang. He was like, nah, I just find it easy not to try. Some people just don't want to try. Mm-hmm. And it's just for them, it's worse to be disappointed. Mm-hmm. So what he said, no, you can never lose.
You can never lose if you never try. No, you can never fail if you never
don't try. That's what the young man said. That he said that was his motto. I keep it real. It just blew me away, and it blew y'all away. Like what? But he was serious. He was saying it from his heart. You can never fail if you don't try, and that's some people mentality. Mm. And is that okay? Yeah, it's okay for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, because some people, it's like, hey, I'd rather live my life and live from day to day, and I guess it could be some truth in that. Tomorrow is not promised. And I just want to enjoy my 24 hours or this could be my last hour. That is not a problem. That's that person math. And sometimes that math really works out. I ain't gonna lie to you. But at the same time, my objective, I hope your objective is not to just walk through this life for you. That I got children, I got family, I even got nieces and nephews. When I leave here, I want them to say that my Auntie Sherry, my life is better because she came through here. And what I tell you, Diamond, when I die, put on my headstone. And you hate it when I say, here lies a chick that tried. I don't want to go to my grave not doing the best that I could to have my family in a better position. And it's not for me to rub myself, but as Dame Dash saying, a lot of y'all hustle for your first name. I hustle for my last. So I'm not here for me alone. I want somebody's life to be better because I was here. And number one, it's going to be my family, because I'm not going to help the world and they're not straight. That's it. You got to take care of home first. And that's what it is. So what are you doing? Your kids cannot inherit your job. They can't. And life is short. So what I really would, if you would hear my heart, I want to get y'all from getting just liabilities. We want to, just like what me and Diamond is talking about, now let's get to assets. Leverage your credit to now, because you're working. You can't work forever. You can't work forever. I have seen people pass away, friends, early. You know what I'm saying? And that pension gone if you're single. You've been working at that job. You're single, my brother. You know, all of this, you don't even get to get the pension. Mm-hmm. You don't make it that far. So that money is lost. All that money you spent in the state, your unemployment, it just went away to the state. So your kid can't inherit that job. You see now, even with these state jobs, people that thought they had a good job, how many jobs now being cut? You know, and so many people, well, I got a good job. What is a good job? At the end of the day, I'm just asking, what is a good job at the end of the day? And we all would think, you know, a federal job is a good job that you would think. Teachers now, it's so toxic. You know, it was back in the day, it was like, to be a teacher, you're secure. A lot of y'all can't even tolerate how bad these kids are. These kids, and it's not that the kids, it's like the culture is so terrible. My heart go out to teachers on how these kids behave. And y'all got into student loan debt thinking I'm going to have security. But I seen teachers lately, man, they have to go, their blood pressure up, the stress of it all. I have a friend that it is just, and parents is physically threatening you. Mm-hmm. And she was in a school that the baby, 6 years old, bought in a firearm. It's a definitely, you know, that's all I'm just saying, y'all. No tea, no shade to y'all. I hope you understand what we're trying to put. I'm just saying, I want you to clean up your credit and let's think about a different way. How can now this credit work for me? Like Diamond said, different streams of income. Even if one go down, at least you got this pulling in for you. Like you got other ways of pulling in money for you. If you're leveraging your credit if you even got a home, like some of the people, they got a home before inflation took off. And so now their net worth, without them having to work more, a lot of y'all don't make, because it's high income, $100,000 a year. You're talking about them just making the right move, buying a home 5 years ago. They made $300,000 doing the same thing, and they would have had to spend that money in an apartment anyway, just by making a leveraging their credit right. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. I hope y'all, if it don't apply, let it fly. But this is the the value of credit. And Diamond to tell you, real estate is one of the biggest ways that generational wealth is passed on. Just simply owning your own home to pass on for your kids.
Mhm.
That is one of the things, and you can better your life by doing that. So this is what we're saying. You got that asset. There's cards like Avon where you can get a home equity line of credit, like with a card, and you could pull that money off just by owning that home. And with my parents, they then bought a multifamily, like 6-family, by leveraging their home. So all I'm just saying, and that brought in rental income. And then they didn't have to physically pay for their mortgage. Their job didn't pay for their mortgage anymore because now you have an asset. But even when they bought that single family home, they bought it cash. They had a 2-family home. We lived in a 2-family, sold that, paid for that brand new built house. And then they were able to leverage that, the equity in that, and buy the multifamily, six units. And so all I'm just saying is giving y'all a different way of thinking about things, that we're not just getting credit for getting more debts, going on vacation. You trust me, you can go on vacation. We're not saying that. We're just saying to set it up right. So with that vacation, it could be a tax write-off. You know what I'm saying? Because the government, when you have a job, they're double tax. You getting taxed on income and payroll tax. You're getting taxed on both, and you're not even seeing that money. You're saying you make $50,000 a year. You're really only seeing 40. You know what? You ain't even seeing that money. And so if you don't have any dependents, they're taxing you and then come back through and say, you owe me more money. I'm just saying this is the ways to think about it, that if you have a rental property, that's a write-off for you, and you're building equity and cash flow. So me just holding a property, it's making money for me. And you can have someplace where you live and you ain't got to work hard. Now you're not, paying rent. And I did that when I started that journey at 21. It don't take all day. I didn't have to make a tremendous amount of income if you do it right. And maybe next week, if y'all want, we'll talk about real estate. I know I don't want to go that deep, but Diamond to tell you, I was a single mom, had her at 19, 21. I bought my first real estate property. And a lot of y'all are looking at that now. It's like, wow, I can't even qualify. It was almost like that from where, Me Too in Jersey. But I tell you, I ain't never paid rent in my life by starting off with my real estate property. I ain't never paid rent. I had to move sometimes for my job. And I ain't never paid. I tell you, I ain't never make a mortgage payment out of my dang on pocket ever. So maybe it's you don't have to take that route, but maybe if I can give you just ways to real estate and making money like that, it can spark something in you, because you might have a better way of doing it. Like, okay, I heard what Sherry said, but maybe if I do this math with me this way, this is what I have access to. So I'll land that plane there. I'm sorry for my rants. I do go there, but it's just really, we want people that want to win. We want people that want to win. We can encourage you, but we can't make you do the right thing. I mean, what's best for you, and you got to know what's best for you. But we can't, your success at the end of the day is on you. And many of y'all have did credit repair and it hadn't worked, because credit is based on your behavior. And so if you're not behaving right, you're going to be back in the mud. You have to take self-responsibility when it comes down to credit. There is no way around it. There's no magic pill, because no credit repair company can stop you from running up your credit card. Baby, they can't do nothing about that. And that's every month. That can tank your credit. Like I said, that person was down. Like, they wasn't really in the 800s because they didn't know about that management of that. And this person is my God, financially. I was like, what? You didn't know that? They're financially let me tell you, financially a whiz, but they didn't know that about personal credit. They did not know that. And so that's what we're saying. Iron sharpens iron, okay? But you got to want it for yourself. You got to stop putting your life in somebody else's hands. Or, oh, well, that person, we got to let go of the victim mentality. That's all I got to say. You got to take self accountability for your own life. And I'll land on that.
No, that was good. I wanted to understand how much. I wanted to answer somebody's question.
And I like A Plus Men is saying understanding what money is and how it works is the real problem. Yep. Understanding leveraging and how it works. We have to learn. And he's absolutely right. And just understanding that a lot of people, just like he's saying, understanding how money works. Your American dollar is currency. It is only a medium of exchange. And if you understand and learn that dollar bill that you got, baby, ain't nothing but credit. It is. People say, I only do cash. Same as this credit card. It's backed by nothing. Ever since 1974. I'm going to tell y'all already know, I get silver and gold every month. Actually, now gold. I even left the silver alone, but I get real money. That paper, that's why the cost, they print it out of thin air. You can't outwork this at this point. And we'll go into that maybe a little deeper. We maybe for next week, we'll have something talking about these fundamentals, like this gentleman is saying. Understand that money that you have, that ain't nothing but credit, baby. It is backed by nothing. And that's your problem. Your problem is if all you got is that money, baby, you ain't got no assets. That is your problem. Because you get 100,000, right? Save, hard working. And they press that button. It's called quantitative easing. Anytime that happens, they're pressing the button. Your 100,000 is cut in half. So this is why the wealthy will tell you, like Warren Buffett, how much, when he was in that interview, how much money we got? Spend that. Why are we sitting on that? They're going to immediately get a business. They're going to immediately get a property, because what they don't tell you, all the world currencies is fiat. I wrote that first book about that. Fiat. You put $10 in the bank, baby, they lending out 9. They just created out of thin air. Out of thin air. That is the Ponzi scheme as it is. They created out of thin air. If you were smart, you would be getting this credit to get yourself on this move, what we're saying with these businesses, because of the way it looked, this money is looking shaky, baby. And it's just, there's not a fiat currency in history that didn't fail, y'all. Look it up. Look it up. It hasn't been one. You think America, we had currencies that failed? Look up the continental currency. It crashed. It crashed. So what I'm telling you, dump that. If you controlling assets with that credit, getting properties, business, something that tangible, if they change that currency out and you're a landlord and you renting that, whatever the new currency is for you to pull up in here, baby, you're going to have to pay whatever it is. I don't care if they saying this is the new currency. Well, you better have it, because people need services. They need housing. They need food. They need those things. And silver and gold, it is a limited supply. They can't keep creating it. So I get every month silver and gold. That's what I get. Silver is on the cheap, but even it's higher. And what I'm saying is I get currencies. I get certain currencies, US, silver eagles, maple leaves. I get actual currencies, but it's a reason why a dollar in value, a dollar silver eagle, peep this, a dollar silver eagle is running for $40. How is something that coin, which is worth $1, but it cost me $40 in cash? Because they don't tell you to print that $20 bill. It cost them 12 cents. They're making it out of thin air. It's monopoly money. And I don't want to get too in debt. That's what the US currency is, the world currency. They force everybody to trade on that. That is the T with the BRICS. That is the T why they looking at China and Russia. They're taking over precious minerals. Your war in the UU, crane, is behind minerals. It's behind lithium. That's what it is. All of that stuff is behind real stuff. They take all the good stuff and say, hey, because they did a heist during the Second World War. They got everybody gold. And the US came in last. That's that safety. I want to, you want the tea? Why Trump talking about taking Denmark? I mean, not Denmark, Greenland, because China is trying to put a military base there to lease out. And that means they can run down on you right up there. Run down. The United States is an empire. They do that, all that money, that aid money, they buying them folk off. That's what it is, because they done did a Ponzi scheme and stole everybody gold. And when they came to come and get it back, Nick said, oh, we ain't doing that no more. We keeping the gold. You use our dollar. You use our dollar, and hey, we'll just hold this gold over here. And y'all use this dollar. Okay. And guess what? It'll be the power. So now they take that dollar and force everybody to use it. Force everybody. So I go to Africa. Hey, let me get that oil. Print that. Hey, let me get them diamonds. Take this. And they can't even trade with one another because they have to switch out to this. They got to switch out to this to trade with everybody else. That is their power. That is their power. They have no other power for that. And so that's what they're doing. And that's why certain people in the Middle East, we all know, certain people in the Middle East that put this out, and let me back off. But y'all caught that. Those people, is their main station where they set up to control everybody else in what you would call a hostile territory. That's their part of their empire. That's part of their empire. How I'm supposed to control them if I ain't got the best house in the neighborhood to look down and control everybody and get there quickly. That's the Taiwan deal. That's the Taiwan deal. I'm friends with Taiwan because that's how I look out at you, China, and control that. The U.S. would never allow that, ever. You saw it with Cuba. How that turned out when Russia tried to sit the missiles in Cuba. We had something called the Bay of Pigs. The U.S. ain't allowing that. That's why Russia. Look at the what it was, Atlantic Agreement. They wasn't supposed to. Russia is landlocked. Ain't no way out. Their people they're fighting with, NATO wasn't supposed to go there. That was an agreement. Okay. All right. That's all. I'm just saying. So America didn't allow them to do that to them. See, everybody ain't telling the story. You don't know my story. They ain't going to tell you straight up. They ain't going to tell you straight up. So that is the thing. All that you see in breaking out, the DRC, if you're watching the Dominican, not the DRC, the Dominican, Lord, forgive me. The DRC of Congo with Rwanda coming in there. Who's behind that? I'm not saying it's the U.S. I'm really not saying that it's the U.S., but some of those African nations, if you look at Chad, Mali, and how they're putting out the French, because they making them pay debts, just like our Haitian brothers and sisters that was being oppressed, and got them up out of there and made Napoleon look like a fool. But they still, those places that they colonized, they were making them pay them money for what? Why I gotta pay y'all money? What? And they got together and now pushed them out for 2 or 3 years, and now they like, hey, can we come back? So what they found out, that war on terrorism in Mali, once they put out the French that was supposed to help them with the war on terrorism, magically the terrorists went away. What? Are you serious? The day we kicked you out, the terrorists went away? Because it's about resources. It's about who really got the real money. So that's what it is. Your US currency is, they just print it out of thin air. So if y'all don't know how to leverage those credit lines to get real assets, that's the name of the game. That's how we all, that bingo, that's the big surprise. How all of us is nothing but steak. As King Julian said in Madagascar one, when Alex bit bit the zebra in the butt, and he said he thought I was a steak. Chris Rock, and he said we all are just steak. We all are just steak. And that's what it is. So if you don't know how to leverage your credit to get assets, that's how you're robbing you of your most valuable resource, is your time. So you can get more money back, but one thing you can't get back is more time. That's how they robbing you. So I'm done. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, Diamond. I'm done, but it needs to be said. That's the trick.
No, that was good. I just dropped down so we could get content.
Yes, I could just go on my, because if I don't lay it out to let y'all know why you need to leverage credit, the real thing is the assets. Baby, they'll let you drive away with the car because it depreciates 20 grand as soon as you get it off the lot. Take it off the lot. Your real battle, all my people that own a home, where y'all at? Raise your hand if you own a home. How much they fight you? See, because y'all ain't really learned. Okay? Go and try to get that home and see if they ain't looking. Double check. They be wanting your gynecology report to try to stop you from getting that home. Okay? It ain't no easy go, because the liabilities, they give that to you easily. But when it come down to them assets, that's your real fight. That's your real fight. Because when you get that home, when the banks release that, oh, it's your home. People say, oh, no, the bank owns this home. No, they don't. They have a lien. Unlike your car, you got to pay that car off to get the title. When you get that home, the deed come in your name. You own that. That's why they don't want you to get at it. That's why they own. Somebody said, I own 2 homes, 2 deeds. And anytime you want to refinance, you can do so. You own the home. And this is why they fight you tooth and nail to get at that. Okay, that's the real tea. So if you don't care about credit and you don't care about all of that, exit door stage right. You're an accident waiting to happen. A lot of people, I only deal in cash. Good luck with that. You're dealing with credit if you're dealing with that cash. That's it. You want to get assets. You want to get businesses. You want to get cash flow. And we're not saying you base your life, but we want you to get cash flow. You want that car? I suggest, like Robert Kiyosaki said, you get something to pay for the car you want. Have any car you want. Just don't you work for it. Think of an idea that'll pay for that. And Diamond actually gave you a lot of free ideas that you don't have to invest $0. We want you to let that be your motivation. Like he said, don't say I can't. say, how can I? So that was the theory behind him. He wants you, and that's what he said. You should want to desire whatever y'all want. If you want to, like, yo, I want that Maybach or Maybach, whatever the way it's pronounced. Yo, I want you to have that. Think of an idea to get it. Y'all are one idea away or one connection away from being a billionaire. One good idea. You think about the Band-Aid. It's a simple principle of Band-Aid. But how much money does that generate? Chewing gum. Wrigley's. How much money does that bring in? Just one simple idea. You're one connection away. Nehemiah, the cupbearer, he funded the whole rebuilding of the temple because he was next to the king, and the king just noticed he was sad. One connection funded and cured a whole problem for our nation. So here's my thing. Y'all one connection away or one idea away from being a billionaire. It's not simple. One. And now that I told you that, I hope you're motivated to think like, dang, you're right. One good idea. That's it. That's it. And Elon Musk, he bought somebody else's good idea. Tesla wasn't his brainchild. He bought it, okay, for somebody else. So you can, if you go up the ranks, buy a business. And that's it. All right, Diamond, I'm sorry. And that's all. But just we hope that you think about that. And that's what this is about, to change your mindset.
Yes, I just want to remind everybody to, in the pinned comment, there is a quick little submission form, and this just lets us know that you want to join the No More Getting It Out the Mud challenge. And also there's an option in there if you guys want us to nudge whoever it is that you want to bring in with you, because we're all about collaboration, then please leave us their email and we will shoot them an email. But this was an amazing chat tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming. And next weekend, same time, next Saturday, we're going to be having a panel full of people, and we're going to be talking about Black literacy in honor of Black History Month. So we don't want to leave this month without definitely, talking about ways to get to Black wealth, things that we need to do to uphold ourselves as a community and to advance as a community. So we will be here next Saturday. So bring your friends, bring your family in, share the link with them, get into our circle by hitting up the elite credit system. And also when you fill out that form, you will then be on our email list. So that means that you will be in the loop anytime that we have something that we got going on. So you will always know when we're pulling up. So we hope to see you guys next weekend again.
And I hope to announce, if y'all did our last lives, my brother Mike said he's going
Mike
say he's going to make an appearance. So if y'all don't know, a lot of men really connected to my brother Mike. I know Lawrence, a couple, and it's good to have a male voice in the mix. But my big brother Mike will be he said he's going to come on through and make an appearance, and he's going to have even some things for y'all. And I just want you, please, even if y'all got to put affirmations on something day and night that you look while you're going through this process, remember, everyone, as we close out, you're only one idea away from a billionaire or one connection. Mm-hmm. Please keep that for that motivation. And some of y'all already got the idea and the connection. You just haven't been aware. All right. And just like that principle, 6 degrees of separation, mm-hmm. You'll be surprised who you already are connected to. Mm-hmm. And you just don't know it. Just work your connections, work your ideas. So we hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you, Ty. Thank you, everyone that always show up. So Ty says she got 20 acres of land. We need to she just bought cash. Look at that. Ty moving. on what she's doing. And she's going to use, we're going to talk about using credit even to develop that project. So
Yeah.
good credit will help you develop the land. Play Monopoly. Y'all just go back to your Monopoly days. You buy the land and then you can develop it. And so thank y'all. We love you guys and we hope you have a wonderful night.
Yes. God bless everyone.
Be blessed. Bye-bye.